Hi, welcome back to another lesson. Today is another follow-up on my strumming series of tutorials. I'm going to show you something really useful. It's very simple, it's deceptively simple, but it's a very useful thing, and it's tricky. It's not actually as easy as you might think. It's strumming perfectly evenly in up and down strokes, fingers or pick, doesn't matter. I'm going to use a pick today because it's a little bit more illustrative, but it's exactly the same for fingers as it is for pick. What we're going to do is we're going to practice getting our downstrokes and our upstrokes as even and perfectly the same as we can possibly manage it. And I'm going to give you 3 examples of songs that you can use to practice. So the very first example is a Creedence Clearwater song called Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Now what we're trying to do here, I'm just going to start from the verses because there are lessons, individual lessons for all these song examples that I'm going to mention. I'll put links below to the actual individual lessons. So what we're doing, start slowly, and you want the tone and the timing and the volume of your strums to be indistinguishable from up or down. And this is the challenge. You want to make it sound the same as if you would upstart on an upstroke, which I know is a bit of a no-no according to my other tutorials, but for my point being, see, one I started on the upstroke and one I started on the downstroke. Now, the beats are always on the downstroke. I've mentioned this before in my other tutorials, but my point is you want to make them all sound as even as possible. Start lightly with your strums. Start lightly and start slowly and try and even everything up. Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When you think you've got that down, then you move into the those little riffs. Change chords, change sections of the song. Try and keep that as even as you can all the way through. The next song example is a little bit more forceful. In my other lesson, I play it usually with all downstrokes. It's Heroes by David Bowie. And what we want to do is, again, instead of having this really even chugging 8th note rock sound, we want to try and transfer that over to down, up strokes. I wish I could swim like dolphins can swim. Nothing. You get the idea. Like, you want to keep it as even as you possibly can. That's the slightly more forceful strum than Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Again, there's a link below to the entire lesson for that song. It's a great song. It's got some interesting riffs in it. But great exercise to try and get your strumming sounding really even. And as you get more comfortable with that and it sounds nice and even, you can put in those riffs. Right? But even your strumming out. Finally, as a little bit of an extra challenge, we're going to do another Creedence song, but it was actually made famous by Tina Turner. Again, full lesson link below if you want to get into this whole lesson. But it's going to have a slight hitch in this strumming pattern, which is just a little variation that will kind of help you develop your feel. The Proud Mary rhythm, looking for a job in the city. Again, you might hear versions of it where it's looking for a job in the city, and it's a more straight ahead, every strum a downstroke kind of rock feel. But it's a great challenge to do this looking for a job in the city. And if you can do that, what we're going to do one and two and three and four and one and make the 2 and the 4 out of every bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now the trick with that is that you make that 2 and the 4 a percussive stroke on the downstroke, but straight away you're coming back up with an upstroke. Now all your strums, all your kind of open ringing strums are going to be as even as possible. So if you didn't do that percussive stroke, it would sound like that. Looking for a job in the city, working for the man every night and day, but I never lost a minute of sleeping, worried about the way things might have been. If you can do that with those 3 songs, you're well on your way to getting really good control of your strumming. If you can do things evenly and smoothly like that, then you can vary them even more easily. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments and shoot me a message anytime you want, because I'll be the one that responds to you. See you next time.